Hello FCS 2250 computer application students to lesson 1. Lesson 1 has 3 distinct assignments with it. Assignment 1, our orientation. Assignment 2, our student information form. And last but not least, assignment 3, our email. So be very vigilant from the very beginning of when these assignments are due. I highly suggest, as I mentioned in our orientation video, to pull out your planner, get your calendar, whatever it is that you use, and mark these dates down right now. Now, these dates in this video are not accurate, so don't use the dates in the video. Go to your particular assignment, see when those are due. But as you will notice, once this date disappears, once we're past, for example, in this case, May 13th at 11:30, this link right here will no longer be active. For some reason, around 11 o'clock, I usually get a lot of laptops being broken, computers being broken, Wi-Fi is going down. So please make sure I don't accept these assignments any other way through email or anything. So get them done way before the due date. My great Mr. Hoffman, my accounting teacher back in high school, used to always say and have a plaque up on his board, your lack of planning, does not constitute an emergency on my part. So plan. Make sure you give yourself plenty of time to work through these assignments. All right, well, with that said, let's go ahead and open up lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 here, our very first assignment, is our orientation. My face-to-face students, during our very first night of class, we will orientate ourselves to FCS 2250. I will give you a key word for you to simply type into a Word document, save it, and you're going to submit within the designated Dropbox. If you are not present the first night of class, you will not be able to receive these points, for I do not accept late assignments. And this is a 20-point project just for you to get orientated with how our class is set up. Now, my online students, you're going to be watching the orientation video on our homepage, and hopefully you've already watched that video on our homepage. I will give you a key word for you to simply type into a Word document. For some reason, sometimes I have students that say they cannot find the key word. I will make it pretty distinct when you watch that orientation video of what that key word is. So please make sure you're watching the entire video. So once you hear that keyword and you put it into a Word document, make sure you save it and submit it within the designated Dropbox. So let's say that you are watching that orientation video and you just heard the keyword, and you're going to go and open up a Word document right now so that way you can put that keyword in it. So let's go ahead and open up a blank document, and let's say we're going to type in it Mother's Day, because you know what, I know that's more than one word, but Mother's Day, and press our enter key. And you know what, we probably should need an apostrophe right there. So Mother's Day, and let's maybe blow that up for our moms, because tomorrow when I'm making this video actually is Mother's Day. So hey, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to save that. So we're going to do a file, save as, and on my desktop I've created a folder for FCS 2250, and I recommend you do the same. Now, it doesn't have to be on your desktop. I just put it there for demonstration purposes, but as you can see, I have all of my lesson folders created, and that's simply going to new folder, make a new folder, calling it what you will, and moving on. So if I open up lesson 1, I'm going to call this orientation. All right, and I'm going to choose save. Now that I've got that saved, I'm going to close this document, and I want to submit this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my breadcrumbs here and go back one and click on lesson number 1 and click on lesson number 1, assignment 1, orientation. Make sure you are very vigilant about what Dropbox you're actually opening, and so you want to make sure that you're submitting it in the correct Dropbox. For some reason, I get a lot of people putting things in different Dropboxes, so be very vigilant of those. So here I'm going to go back to my desktop. I went down to my Windows Explorer. Again, I'm using Windows 8 as my operating system. Well, let's go ahead and double click on that. And there's my FCS 2250 folder. There's my lesson number 1. And there's my orientation. Now that I see my orientation, what I can do is, as it says here, drop files here. Or I can click down below and go and get them. But you know what? I'm just going to drag, and as you can see now, I have a green line around it, a blue area in the background. Let's go ahead, and there's my orientation. I can go ahead and leave some comments here if I wish and submit to the Dropbox. And it says, beautiful, submitted successfully. An email was sent to me letting me know I submitted it. Great. Let's go ahead and go back on our breadcrumbs here to lesson 1. I'm going to open up my lesson 1 directions, and now we're off and running. We're one third of the way done. So here, our assignment 2 is our student information form. So open the student information form via the link below, save it to a destination of your liking, complete it directly in Word, and submit within the designated Dropbox. So you can go ahead and click on the student information form. Again, I'm using Chrome. Google Chrome is my web browser. So if you're using a different web browser, yours may download in another location. I recommend maybe downloading Chrome so that way we are all on the same page when we're working through these tutorials together. So here's the student information form, and I'm just asking you to complete this to the best of your ability with some simple information. Well, hopefully we can all put our names in here, all right? And you can give me your grade level and what you're majoring in, and if you have a minor. And then down below here, briefly elaborate on your Microsoft Office skills as related to the following applications within the text boxes below. What projects have you completed using these applications? So Word, I've done this, this, and that. So let me know a little bit about Word. PowerPoint, Excel, and Access. If you haven't used these applications, maybe you've heard of them, but you've never used them, just go ahead and let me know that as well. Now, briefly elaborate in regards to any web-based software applications you have used to present information. Web-based software applications are any applications you can create an account, start a project, save it directly to their website, log off. Now at a later date, you can go back and log back into that particular site and continuing to either edit or preview your project. And you can tell me what sites you've used before to present information and or use for a project. That would be great. And then what are your expectations for learning in FCS 2250 computer applications? What would you like to learn? What are you thinking about? So let me know that. Do you require any special physical accommodations or assistance to be successful in this course? If yes, please explain. The information is confidential, so you can elaborate there. I'll do my best to get those for you, so that way you can complete the class and be comfortable while working through the class and not having any stresses to begin the class. So let me know about that. Okay, so thank you very much for filling that out. I'm going to do a file save as. I'm going to go to my desktop here over on the right hand side, I should say. Desktop, and I find my FCS 22 folder that I created. And I'm going to put this in lesson 1, my student information form. All right, sounds great. I'm going to go ahead and close that. Again, you want to close that Word document before you go up and click on your breadcrumbs here back to lesson 1. We're in the directions, and we want to go to now our assignment 2 student information form. Again, be very vigilant about the Dropbox that you're using. So we want to drag that into there. So I'm going to open this up, and since I was just in my lesson 1, it opens right back up to lesson 1. You may need to go and find yours, however you're using your management system. And here is my Word document for my student information form. I dropped it. I looked to double check myself. Student information form, good. Any comments here? And submit to Dropbox. And it's submitted successfully. Beautiful. 2 out of the 3 done. One last one to do. Lesson 1 directions. We are on our assignment number 3. Please email me with any questions, comments, or concerns within our class's email system. Please don't change the beginning of the email's subject line, but add to the end of it. If you don't have any questions, comments, or concerns, please say hi, tell me a funny joke, or anything that's on your mind. This will be the location you will ask me any questions or concerns that you may have throughout the week. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, you're going to be emailing me through our courses email. I'm going to go to Communications, Class List, and over here I'm going to look for Bradley Lang, and I have my picture right here, and there I am, Lang Bradley. And if I put my mouse over there for a second, it says compose an email to Bradley Lang. That's what I need to do. Oh, that's right, I am impersonating Buster Bronco. I need to go ahead and change this to my actual account in order to do this. So let's go back to Communications, Class List, scroll down and find Bradley Lang, or Lang Bradley. There I am. I'm going to go ahead and click on my name now, and this is going to be the most important part. I will repeat this, and I hope I can be ingrained in everybody's mind. Don't delete this. This is very important to me. I usually have 2 to 3 classes going at one time. I need to know what class you're in, and this number is key. Now, this is probably not the same number that your class will be, but it will let me know. So don't go changing this at all. You can add to the end of it. You can add Excel help, as I misspelled Excel. One too many L's, my bad. So here we are. You can add to the end, but again, do not, I will repeat, do not delete the first part of the email. So then you can let me know if you have any help that you need. But this is for our lesson 1, assignment 3. Perfect. Hey, Mr. Lang. And you can tell me whatever it is that is on your mind. If you have any questions about the class, like I mentioned, if you don't have any questions, if you just have a funny joke, whatever, you can email me through this. But again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record right here. Guess what I'm going to say? You guessed it. Don't delete the beginning part of the email. Add to the end. That will be very, very appreciative. So then you can hit send. And it's sending. And it's sent successfully. Beautiful. So that is how you get credit for all of lesson number 1. We have our orientation done, our student information form done, and our email done. Now, just to let you know, this is, even though I have a Dropbox for it, located here because I did that so I could have that assignment, there is not an actual Dropbox for this. So please don't submit anything within a Dropbox. You will, as you saw on our orientation video, you're going to go to your grades link and then you'll see if you have a grade for it there. So let me go ahead and impersonate again Buster Bronco. I know I showed this to you before, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this again and impersonate him. You will go to assessment, grades, and then you will see if I gave you 5 points for your email or not. If I did not, please let me know ASAP because I will want to get that adjusted for you. So with that, I think we have everything done for lesson number 1. You now are ready to jump right into lesson number 2 if you wish. Again, be very vigilant of the due dates and knock things out. If you want to keep moving along within these other lessons, you can see you have access to them all. Knock them out or do them as they are due. But again, email me sooner in the week if you have any questions, concerns about anything that you're working on. As mentioned in the orientation video, if you wait till later in the week to do that, I will not be able to give you the justice that you're seeking. I have a family as well. I love to hang out with them. Friday evenings, I'm not glued to my email waiting to answer students' questions that we could have done that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So with that, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm glad we knocked out lesson 1 together, and you're on your way to A in the class, I can tell. Have a good one.